Yo, what up, everybody? I'm JthaKid, and we got my boy Visionary23 up in here. And this is another episode of Four Rows Full Podcast. And as y'all know, Backlash was just yesterday. And, well, y'all watching this on a Monday, so basically it was 2 days ago. But honestly, me and Visionary gonna talk about what we feel about this, but we also can't forget that today we got another guest joining us today, returning again. We got my boy Xander in the cut.
What's up? What's up?
Yo.
I see y'all
So
finally changed my bio for the pod, dog.
yeah, nah, we got that switched up. But I wanted to talk about how y'all feel about backlash. Backlash being 20, not even 24 hours old right now. What do we feel that the event went and how WWE can basically either one up this or basically make it 10 times better.
I feel like they should have do some rematches from WrestleMania. That's what they should have did for Backlash.
I
Like
ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie
Gunther,
to you.
Gunther should have got his rematch for the title.
Facts.
Like why would y'all do Gunther and fucking Pat McAfee? Nobody want to see that. I didn't want to see
Mm-hmm.
it.
Oh, I went to the store. I ain't watched that shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't even look at
Yeah,
the highlights for that shit. I don't really care enough. I'm gonna be real with you. Like Gunther versus Gunther should at least got one rematch. I don't care if it's the you tapped out the super kick shit. He should have got
hmm
some type of motherfucking get back. But
yeah.
he
Yep.
got it against Pat McAfee. What did Pat McAfee do besides jump on this nigga head that made y'all go, yep, this what niggas gonna want to put their motherfucking money on? Pat McAfee and Gunther.
I
Not a
mean,
Rey
Yeah,
Mysterio, not a
Pat
Randy
had like
Orton.
one good match against like Adam Cole,
yeah,
and
that
like
was
I
good.
didn't want to see that man ever like in a ring ever again. Dude.
It makes no sense. Don't get
No.
me wrong, Pat McAfee, probably a great person, a great, probably a okay wrestler and shit like that. But against Gunther, we need to see somebody who is either somebody who actually wrestling on TV every other week that make me believe that he could actually possibly beat Gunther versus a
hmm
nigga that's sitting there commentating, making jokes. Nigga make dick jokes almost every other weekend. Like, what are we doing? That's the nigga that I'm supposed to believe is gonna give Gunther a real run for his money.
That's crazy work.
Now I think honestly, the way they can one up that fucking Penta and Dominic with Algarda and Miracano shit is basically if Penta just crashes the fuck out and we see Penta Dark again, bro. To be
hmm
honest, if we see Penta Dark, like he is not losing, bro.
Yeah,
True, but at the same time, Penta doing all this gotta go dark to get what he want. The nigga ain't been he ain't been in WWE for over even a year. So the
Yeah,
hmm
fact that this nigga gotta go to a dark side and get mean on niggas to get his point across is kind of crazy.
true.
I'm just saying, like, at least Drew McIntyre, he came in with a chip on his motherfucking shoulder. We didn't have to expect the good Drew McIntyre. At least we knew we probably wasn't gonna get a good Drew McIntyre for maybe like what y'all say, maybe like 2 years.
hmm
Yeah,
Like there was no way in hell nobody expected Drew McIntyre to just come in as a face and everybody loved him on the main roster. NXT, that's a little bit different.
yeah.
But bringing him back up to the main roster, wouldn't nobody get no good guy version of this nigga. And anybody who said they thought they was lying. Ain't no way in hell you believe that Drew McIntyre was gonna be a good guy this entire time, and Drew McIntyre was just gonna turn into a bad guy after he did some fucked up shit to somebody. No, Drew McIntyre left as a nigga that had on leather pants with an Indian nigga and a white boy.
3MB.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I mean, it was funny or whatever. Like the WLC match with Hornswoggle and that L.
dude.
Like that was funny, but it was like it was okay too because like hell, then like now you see that micro wrestling was like little people wrestling now is like something that people want to see. I fuck with it, but
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know. I fuck with it, but at the same time, I I think Backlash was a major failure underneath the Triple H brand.
Hmm.
It did not give no real excitement. Lyra versus Becky, fairly, it was okay. I can see them going for two more matches.
Mhm.
The Fatal Four Way match to start the show. LA Knight, he looked it good. Damian
Yeah.
Priest, he showed a little bit more of that, that edginess side that we needed, especially once he like I low key wish he would have had a little bit more of this in the first world championship run of his career. Because I know he can at
Mhm.
least probably get at least one more. But I mean, Drew McIntyre, he showed his side, the same old, same old. I'ma still beat you niggas up, and then somehow I'ma get distracted, and then I'ma basically lose everything.
Yeah.
I mean, there
And
were some great
then
spots for sure.
Like it was some good moments, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But Drew McIntyre always seems to find himself out of the match when it's more than one person in that motherfucker. Now again, that's how the stipulation match is supposed to go. But you knew that the only way you was gonna get this count is being in the ring. Why are y'all out in the crowd?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas got all the way to the top of the motherfucking thing because y'all decided, oh, okay, I'm gonna beat up one, I'm gonna fuck you up, and then I'm gonna go get back in the ring and win this. Y'all jumping off of this big ass motherfucking barrier thing into a fucking thing of tables. And it's
Mhm.
not like that motherfucker like this close to the motherfucking ground and you niggas are right here. Like y'all are at a decent level. And y'all both two big tall motherfuckers. Y'all thought that y'all was gonna go through these tables, you was gonna knock the other person out, and then you was gonna get back in the ring and win.
Mhm.
No.
What are we doing here? You know damn well as soon as Damian Priest went through that motherfucker, I knew his legs were fucked up right then and there. He's not getting back into that ring. He's not walking back. He waiting on his cue for Jacob music to hit so we can walk his ass to the back and be like, all right, y'all motherfuckers can ice me down now.
Mhm.
Jacob Fatu retained the title. This Jeff Cobb dude, I don't really know much of him. Bray told me that he was in New Japan.
Hmm.
I hear that he a decent problem. I hear that him and Jacob got some history on social media and everything. So I mean, maybe this is some importance to where Jacob break off and then become a face, and now the crowd got no choice but to love him, and
That's what I
Mhm.
was
WWE ain't got
thinking.
no choice but to listen. But to be fair, the crowd been loving Jacob since he got into WWE.
Literally.
So I
Yeah.
mean,
I was definitely thinking like they're definitely gonna try and use like Jeff Cobb to where it's gonna be like replacing Fatu. You know what I mean?
nah, I feel you. I feel you.
Because motherfuckers almost pretty much built the same. You know what I mean? They're both top enforcers, so I mean,
I feel you. I feel you on that. But
Mhm.
getting into it, this one is gonna be about visionary. So we're gonna do four rows full visionary debates. Visionary, you and me, we got a topic. I'm gonna let you choose if you defending it or you going against it. All right.
Okay.
So we are gonna be going SmackDown versus Raw tag team division. Will you be defending Raw or will you be defending SmackDown?
I'm a defend Raw.
I'll take SmackDown. So we got a 10-minute timer to where you and me are basically gonna prove this is gonna basically give an opinion on why we feel our brand is better when it comes to tag team wrestling. So,
Okay.
Xander, at the end of that 5 minutes for each person, you're gonna give your thoughts on who won. All right,
okay, bet.
all right. Visionary, whenever you're ready.
Shit. We doing current roster, right?
Yep.
We got a New Day on Raw, and they've been tag champions. Shit. More times I can count.
I mean,
And they ain't beat a lot of tag teams too.
you know. I feel that, but at the same time, how many times have you seen the New Day on Raw since they won these tag titles?
Yeah,
They
they
came
already.
down to the ring and got out the
Hmm.
way when Rusev walked down to the ring and beat up the Alpha Academy.
I guess they supposed to be some heels now. So
I understand it, but it's like, why do we feel like SmackDown has been getting called the best tag team division in WWE? It's because here's the thing: Raw could have done, Raw could have been so much better or been so much more interesting if one or two things would have happened.
mm,
Fraxium moved to Raw.
hmm,
Motor City Machine Guns moved to Raw. Or DIY moved to Raw again. Because
yeah,
why would Fraxium get drafted over to SmackDown to be on the main roster when they need help on Raw? They need a believable tag team right now. Other than other than New Day, whatever two members of Judgment Day they put out there, and the War Raiders,
hmm.
who else is a real tag team to be worried about on Raw?
But that's the thing. That's WWE fault because they ain't been building people real good. I blame it on WWE. They tagged in a vision. It hasn't been good since like shit. I say like early 2010s.
Damn, you don't think 16 through like 2020 had a good tag division on Raw?
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Yeah, when the
I,
Usos.
yeah,
Yeah, I'll give you that.
see, like they had what they call themselves in WWE, the Revival or some shit like that.
Yeah, yeah, Revival.
Yeah, I mean they had a decent little run over there on Raw. That Shatter Machine shit got over with a lot of people.
Hmm.
Uh, shit, wasn't Jason Jordan in them on Raw at that time, or was they only on SmackDown and then split up?
I think
He's
they
on
was
Raw.
on SmackDown.
Damn.
SmackDown Live. Yeah,
Okay, okay. Shit. Weirdly, Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy made sense for a little bit.
yeah.
Fucking Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre was in there. The Shield had a little bit of run.
Hmm.
Gallows and Anderson, the New
Lucha
Day, like
Brothers.
you said, the Bar.
Yeah.
Like it was a decent little time back then.
Hmm.
But SmackDown ever since has took off. Like once the Usos won and shit like that, and they basically was defending it against almost any and everybody, wouldn't duck in the smoke for real, for real. I think that WWE was like, oh, okay, let's put some eyes on SmackDown for the tag division. But then again, to be fair, SmackDown has always had the better tag team matches. Don't get me wrong.
Hmm.
Raw at the time before they brought in SmackDown, the Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian, them was some good matches. I mean,
Hmm.
y'all can't deny that they had some good ass matches, but when it literally they never main evented for real, for real. They was always in the middle of the night. We've had some tag team matches on SmackDown main event the night
Yeah.
because they were so motherfucking star studded, and you know it was gonna be some good ass moments in there. You could always
Hmm.
throw a good tag team up in the motherfucking division when you win SmackDown. But Raw at this point, it's like you might as well just trade the War Raiders over to SmackDown too, and just shit trade the New Day over there. Let both belts be on the motherfucking brand. If that's how y'all gonna show these motherfucking talents. But Raw, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't remember the last time I watched the Raw tag team match and was okay with
Hmm.
it. At least not in the last 5 years. And it sucks for Raw because I know they could put some good talent right there. But SmackDown, on the other hand, shit, the sh- the tag team match that they put on Mania for what was that, night one or night two?
There's not one.
Hmm.
Night one, y'all let that shit get on motherfucking TV when y'all could have did a ladder match. I get it, y'all did it last year. Y'all did it with a bunch of other teams and shit like that. But at the end of the day, what's real is real, and that match is one of the best ones of all time. All
Yeah.
right, so that 5 minutes. So, let me who you get that round to.
Shit, I was gonna say you, Jeff. Not gonna lie. You make great points. I mean, both y'all made some good points, but at the end of the day, you are correct. I mean, a lot of the good teams are on SmackDown for real.
Hmm.
And I mean, Visionary, you made some good points too about how they're not really building teams right now. But I mean, I think at the end of the day, like you just gotta. How am I trying to say here? Like the tag teams, I feel like they're not. Um, fuck. What am I trying to say here? Forget it, bro. I'm off right now, dude.
You good, bro?
I get
But
what you're trying to say, gang.
yeah,
I feel you. I feel. I mean, I feel like they can jump into like putting like new stars on the brand and everything, but at the same time, the signings that y'all are doing are not tag teams for real, for real. You can put
no.
these
Hmm.
niggas in a tag team when they get there or whatever. I mean, cool. But you're not signing no tag teams that really like would be like, oh, okay, that's gonna change the motherfucking division for real, for real.
Hmm.
Like we knew we was gonna get Penta and we knew we was gonna get Ray Phoenix. Did we know exactly when we was gonna get them niggas? No. But we knew that these niggas was gonna be there.
Hmm.
Hmm.
They split up. No need to bring them niggas together because they already got a good run by themselves. Ray Phoenix is sneaking his way up to the United States title here shortly. Penta already in the way of like possibly getting that bitch by SummerSlam maybe. Or Money in the
Yep.
Bank.
Yeah.
Or
Yep.
being in Money in the Bank. Like shit. If Penta can be in Money in the Bank and Ray Phoenix can somehow sneak his way in there and y'all can get them niggas going against each other, that shit low key look like scissor and that's kind of crazy, gang. I ain't gonna lie to you. I just noticed that
Yeah.
shit last minute. But if you end up just letting these two niggas just work together and then later on they can get into Lucha Bros shit, that'd be cool. But we do not need them niggas together right now. So therefore, you cut them two out. They can't be
Yep.
on the Raw Tag Team division.
Hmm.
Motor City Machine Guns. You was like, we definitely sending them niggas to SmackDown. They can fight with the Street Profits. They can fight with goddamn Los Garza. Even though these niggas keep losing, they can go against Waller in theory if you want to show some shit. Or you can put these niggas with DIY Street Profits at the same motherfucking time and have these motherfuckers do something
Hmm.
Hmm.
with with pretty deadly. Send them niggas over to Raw. You know how mad they'll be watching them niggas walk around with that gold belt, just walking down, having to say they the greatest tag team in the world. The greatest tag team in the world is from the UK. That would have made niggas irritated. Cause then now we got the what's the goddamn name of that goddamn group all the way? La Resistance or whatever. Like them
Yeah.
two motherfuckers being in the UK when they won the titles, that crowd went crazy. And when they went back to the States, people was like, oh fuck these niggas. They ain't in their hometown. Y'all not the best tag team. Y'all are not the world tag team champions in my book.
Hmm.
Alright, so we're gonna get into round two. Alright, we're gonna be doing tag teams, visionary.
Okay.
You got Edge and Christian, I got the Hardy Boys.
Ooh.
Okay.
I'll even let you go first.
Ooh. Education. They like, how can I say it? Even like they singles runs were pretty good. Like Edge, he won the belt so many times. And then Christian, but Christian, I can't really put Christian up there with Edge though, because he was always kind of below him. But
I I don't know. I feel like Christian was okay on his own, but when he was in WWE, you definitely knew that that nigga was a sidekick.
Hmm.
yeah.
He just always was always by Edge side just randomly.
Hmm.
Except for when they was like one's a heel, one's a face and shit like that. But then again, I can say the same thing about the Hardy Boys.
Yeah. But yeah,
Matt Hardy
Jeff was
being
more
a
over
heel,
than Matt.
exactly. Like Jeff Hardy was given the WWE Championship and the World Heavyweight Championship. Jeff Hardy is a Grand Slam champion. I don't. Matt Hardy's not a Grand Slam champion. He's
Yeah.
miles away from that. He
He
would have
won
to
the
come back.
ECW title, the trash one at that metal
Oh yeah,
joint.
the silver one, boy. That bitch looked like a dime, boy. I ain't gonna lie to you. Shit made me mad. That niggas. And then what's fucked up about it was I remember those were the last few belts when WWE was making like the kids titles big as hell.
Hmm.
Got these little ass strap ones with the motherfucking fake ass leather. It was the styrofoam joints.
Yeah.
Like I miss them motherfucking belts. And then now they got these little weak ass ones. But anyway, Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy, best tag team of all time, just because if you diff if literally if there's one differentiator inside of them two when it comes to who's the best tag team or who's the best brother all time, you can go against Jeff Hardy's had the world title in WWE, but Matt Hardy has also had it in TNA and Ring of Honor. Hell,
Hmm.
shit, did he go over to Japan and win some shit too? Or am I tripping?
Who?
Matt Hardy. Did he go over to Japan and win some shit? That's why I thought it was in New Japan.
I don't think so.
Damn. But nah, Jeff Hardy, he's won world championships wherever he been at, except for Ring.
Hmm.
Edge and Christian, let's be real. Say if it was just wrestling in WWE versus wrestling just all time, so throw in independent runs and everything. Edge got a higher ranking on that like on that Hall of Fame list than Christian do. But at the same time, Jeff Hardy, if it was WWE wise, yeah, Edge would have the higher ceiling to just be considered one of them ones. But if we talk about independent wrestling and everything else included, Christian Cage got himself an argument to be like, I'm just as good as Edge.
Yep.
Hmm.
Like he's had some decent ass matches in TNA. He's had some good ass matches of the few places that he went. Other than that, this AEW shit is kind of mid. I ain't gonna lie to you. I want to see the nigga in the ring, but I also hate the fact that this nigga is wearing a sleeveless turtleneck. A sleeveless turtleneck gang? That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like the only nigga I can see in a sleeveless turtleneck out there wrestling is Roman, and that nigga don't wrestle no more. Well,
Hmm.
he be trying to, but that shit don't work out. When it comes to Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy, if we doing their careers all around, you can basically be like, all right, okay, these niggas they in the same boat. And especially when it comes to tag teams and shit like that, Edge and Christian ain't really last that long as people think it did.
Hmm.
Like Edge and Christian lasted from '99 to like what 2001, 2002.
Yeah.
So yeah, so like they had a good like 3, 4 years together. The Hardy Boys has had moments where they got a chance to come back, and each motherfucking time they came back was just as good until they got older and drugs hit them. Don't
Hmm.
get me wrong, I love Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy, but I can't forget about that. I seen Jeff Hardy mugshot get put online, boy. I was damn near was finna break down into tears. I'm like, this nigga a criminal. But he went and got his shit together, and now Jeff Hardy, when he retires, I still think to be one of the greatest of all time. I think Matt Hardy is one of them ones that where you're gonna put him in the Hall of Fame, and it'll be okay, and they can go in as a tag team, and everybody love
Hmm.
it. All right, Xander,
Man.
what do you think?
This is a hard one. This is a harder one because I mean I'm finna just say shit outright. I love both these teams, dog. But I don't know because on one hand, you are right though, Jesse. You know, Edge like all time over all four of these motherfuckers is definitely like way up there on the higher ranking.
Hmm.
But at the same time, though, I don't know. The Hardy Boys, they're just like when you think about it though, like the Hardy Boys, be putting they like their bodies on the line all matches. I mean, all of them did, or in the early 2000s. But Edge and Christian though, their run wasn't as long as the Hardy Boys. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So I don't know.
Hmm.
I'm gonna have to make this motherfucker tie to be honest. 'Cause it's a
Mhm.
hard decision when you think about it, dude. Because they're all like Hall of Fame caliber for sure.
Mhm.
And to be real, like I made this specifically for two reasons. One, cause that nigga love Edge. Like that nigga die on the hill about Edge, and I know this personally. But
Mhm.
I'm just gonna tell you now, I think that I like the idea of Edge and them always having a comparison in their careers. Because if you want to be real about it, low key, they best matches was against each other.
Fair, yeah.
Yeah.
Like all of they stuff that really made their careers legit pop for real, have always been against each other and the
I mean
Mhm.
Dudleys.
that Edge spear when Jeff was hanging off the fucking championships. I mean that's a goaded moment in wrestling.
Yeah.
They still show that shit to this day.
Hmm.
Mhm.
So you know
And
that
Edge
shit
not even
got
with the
some
fucking company
importance.
no more, dude.
Like yeah, Edge might not be. Edge might be, but Adam Copeland ain't. Shit, he had to
Yeah.
take
Fair point.
shit. He
Nah, not that motherfucker Cope now, brother.
uh I
I don't even
forgot.
talk about
I've
that,
never
bro.
called that motherfucker Cope, dude. I'm sorry.
I ain't gonna
It's
lie to
always
you.
gonna be Edge, bro.
Yeah.
When that motherfucker say the rated R superstar and that motherfucker say Cope, I had to turn the TV off. I was like, mm-mm. I don't even
Nah,
like this nigga that much, but it made me mad because like I get it. The nigga like if he chose this, cool. But Edge and Cope is two different levels of entertainment. Like
hmm.
Cope and Edge might have the same move set, but at the end of the motherfucking night, they gotta say your winner is Cope, the rated R superstar Cope.
I liked it better when it was just Adam Copeland, to be honest.
I,
Yeah.
it worked.
It did.
Like, okay, nigga using his real name, Adam Copeland. That's fire. But Cope is not it. It's not it
Mm-mm.
at all. But I also want to talk to y'all about something that I just feel just doesn't make enough sense to me. Can we talk about what the fuck Los Garza's finna do? Because like Garza looked like he wanna go pan off for himself too. But at the same time,
Mhm.
what's the other nigga too? Humberto.
Yeah.
He seemed like like if he does anything backstage with these two niggas, like do we just give up this hope that he can go on a single run by himself? Because ain't no motherfucking way I'm still finna give energy to a group when every motherfucking week the nigga that I'm supposed to call my leader and my motherfucking road dog is the nigga that's shitting on me too. You gonna shit on
Yeah.
me and then you gonna try to tell me, oh yeah, I'm the most important motherfucker. Get ready for these guys. This the squad right here. I get it. You supposed to play face. Maybe you anger this nigga. Maybe his rage might intensify and y'all might win the match or two.
Mhm.
Cool. But that
I
shit,
think the only way that I can see Berto getting like a singles run is he if he gets tired of getting shitted on, leave like attacks fucking Santos and then leaves the group and then goes on like this like heel maybe slash face run. You know what I'm saying? That's the
Mhm.
only way I see it though. I don't see him doing anything else. Like we want to get a singles run other than that.
I feel that, but also at the same time, they did that shit this Friday. They did it this Friday. The nigga basically was like, fuck y'all niggas, I'm out of here. And walked
Mhm.
to the back. So he
Hmm.
should be done with this motherfucking team. He should be by himself. The nigga, I don't want to see this little claw shit on his chest, none of that shit. It literally needs to be a brand new Humberto. He needs some different theme music. Do not give him his
Yep.
shit he had when he first got to the main roster. That shit was trash. That
Hmm.
shit, that shit was just mariachi music with an R&B beat behind it. That shit was terrible. Never bring that shit back.
No.
But give him a brand new start. Let this nigga be who he is. Let him do his high flying and shit like that. But also let him speak for himself. Cause I low key feel like he low key could probably talk a little bit better now. His
Yeah.
first run in WWE could not be taken serious. He had a clean
No.
shaven face.
And
He had the
it,
hair to the back and shit.
honestly, for fuck's sake, do not put him back in LWO, bro. Fuck that.
I don't think he going to NWO. I ain't gonna lie to you. He
I mean, with the way that with what they doing with Triple H, man, he might put him
gang
back in LWO, dude.
gang and
Hmm.
he don't mesh help make sense with nobody in that fucking group to
That's what
take
I'm
a
saying.
team
He
with
does,
him.
but
Dragon Lee, no. Dragon Lee, I like Dragon Lee when he by himself. Although he
mm-hmm.
Hmm.
be taking his ass whoopings from Chad Gable or whatever, I know Dragon Lee can put up some good ass matches by
Yep.
himself. I know Humberto can put up a good match or two by himself. 'Cause when he
So
was on the main roster, people
Andrade
was excited.
Andrade didn't even match with fucking LWO, but they still put him with them.
And even
Hmm.
then, that didn't really pan out well. Hell, now you're starting to see that it's certain people that you want to put in LWO. You want to put guys who you kind of feel like could get a little push within the rings and shit like that. That's a Mexican wrestler that can say they, was under Rey Mysterio for a little bit of time. Cool. But you're not gonna put no goddamn real stars with Rey Mysterio. Don't get me wrong, Dragon Lee came in, he was already an independent star or whatever. That's cool. But his size, the fact that he wear masks that's similar to Rey Mysterio, the fact that he say Rey Mysterio's the GOAT, that he take inspiration from him and shit like that, that makes sense. I'm training
Yeah.
you to get to the moments that I did. Like when I won the Rumble in 2006 or 7. When I was able to do
Hmm.
that shit. Like I can train you to try to get into that moment. I can teach you that. Joaquin Wild and whatever that other nigga name is. I, I ain't gonna lie to you. But I don't know most of these niggas names. Hopefully, if we ever meet up with WWE wrestlers, I remember them. But
Hmm.
this shit makes no sense. Like like they a tag team that left a evil bad guy and then became a good guy team, and then the bad nigga went bad again and left them. Like I get that. Cool. Put
They
them
should
with
never
them.
broke them up either.
Exactly. And then
Like,
no, no, go ahead, man.
like when they fired old girl, that messed the whole group up.
Oh yeah, Electra Lopez.
So
Yeah,
it's
fuck
like,
them up.
yeah, at this point, just do Santos by himself. At this point,
No.
Santos might as well been by himself. Santos should have been by himself immediately after he turned heel. He did not need to bring back El Gato del Fantasma
No.
unless it was gonna be the original motherfucking group.
hmm,
Because it's not the same thing. It's like they do the same shit each time. It's like the Judgment Day. You think
yeah,
just because you call yourself that and y'all come out with the same music, whatever. We not used to this shit.
hmm,
We not. I'm sorry. It will never make sense to see Liv Morgan, Raquel, and Carlito with the damn Judgment Day at
yeah.
all. It makes no sense why I'm sitting there and I can think to myself, "Ah, okay, it's gonna be at least like the original three members of Judgment Day since we kicked the other two niggas out." Nope.
Hmm.
It's Raquel just randomly sitting there in the back like she damn Diesel. Liv Morgan and Shawn Michaels, but with a vagina. And then Dominic Mysterio looked like Eddie Guerrero. JD
Yeah.
McDonough, he got a normal size head, but his head did look big as hell before he grew hair. Let's see. Finn Balor just sitting there, just standing there, just menacingly ready to put a nigga in a headlock. And
Hmm.
Carlito in the back with a damn apple.
Dude's literally just they brought him back just to drop him out.
Yeah.
Like, like Carlito looked like he in the best shape of his life. But Carlito then got speared more times than anybody probably on the main roster from this nigga, Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
Shit, he got speared more times than he won the match
Shit,
in his current run.
I can't tell you how many matches Carlito has won since he signed back with WWE. Because it seems like he is always losing, Visionary. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe just a couple matches. I think he's won since been
Yeah,
back.
maybe
Like
like one or two, maybe three.
Yeah,
I ain't try, I ain't try to do him dirty, but maybe three.
this nigga is no, it's because this nigga has been back for damn near almost 3 years, gang.
Yeah,
damn,
And this nigga
you're right.
might have only won 10 matches.
yeah.
Which is insane, bro.
It's Carlito, bro. Like,
Nigga been in wrestling for 1,000 days with WWE and has probably
His
barely
his
racked up.
OG run was fuck. His OG run was lit as fuck.
I know
yeah,
his was fire. And then they low key put him with Primo, and that kind of was
Yeah,
like
it was alright.
now. Mm,
Primo, bro. I'm gonna get started on Primo. That
Shit.
damn low rider bike.
But now I'm losing fucking like belief in Carlito. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like all they do is job this man out, and now it's like,
yeah.
how am I supposed to believe that like he's a good heel, or you know what I'm saying, or he's gonna have a good singles run or a good, you know what I'm saying?
gang,
It doesn't make sense.
Hmm.
Carlito, no goddamn run with no belts.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you. If they was gonna give him a run with the belt, they could have gave him speed or something. They could have gave him one in the Continental Championship run. Carlito not getting no damn run. I'm sorry. I
Hmm.
love Carlito. Carlito definitely gonna get his spot in the Hall of Fame. But ain't no motherfucking way, Carlito. You gonna hear Angel Newton, World Heavyweight Champion,
Hmm.
No,
Carlito.
I mean maybe
Gonna
another mid card run, maybe, but definitely not no world title. That's for damn
say
sure.
hearing Angel
True.
Newton, United States Champion, Carlito makes most sense. Hearing your
Hmm.
World Champion, Carlito, and still your World Champion, Carlito.
Yeah,
Mm-mm. Like it's a, you know what? We gonna do a list of 10 wrestlers who we feel like should have won the big belts and what years. We gonna figure out a day to do that. I ain't gonna lie to you
Hmm.
because I can at least think of 10 right now, low key. But
dog. My number one is Finn Balor, dog. 100%. Granted,
Yeah.
he won the Universal title. That is true. However, he got it taken away after being injured, and then he's never seen a world title since that day.
Hmm.
fair.
Shoot,
But at
Dolph
the
should.
same
Well,
time, now it's too much talent for Finn Balor to get back into that motherfucking picture. I'm not saying
yeah.
that he can't do it. I'm not saying that it won't be a possibility he can do it. But we've seen Seth Rollins hold that bitch. And
Yeah,
Seth Rollins getting old his damn self. So Seth Rollins maybe could maybe make a case to go back for that belt maybe 2 more times before he got to wrap this shit up.
Hmm.
Rey Mysterio, he still got a little speed. Rey Mysterio maybe only got one more chance to actually have a good championship match and maybe win. John Cena, it's over after this shit. We seen this. We seen him writing on the wall for a minute. Randy
yeah,
Orton, Randy Orton
Hmm.
probably only got maybe one more year with a championship around his shoulder. It don't matter what belt, just a year.
Hmm.
Let's see. Roman
fucking
Reigns, maybe 3 more. Cody
maybe,
Rhodes,
maybe
5.
Yeah.
Damian
fucking.
Priest, 3.5 maybe.
But yeah, Priest old too.
Yeah,
I didn't know
Priest
he. I
old.
didn't know he was that old.
I don't
Hmm.
think I say the same thing with McIntyre. Maybe like 2 or 3. I don't think we're gonna
Yeah.
get much out of him more.
3.
Um,
CM Punk, be lucky to get one. If I'm being real, I'm
fair,
not saying,
fair.
and I ain't
He
saying that
might get
because that's
two.
your dude visionary. I'm not
He
saying that
might
to,
get two.
but gang, come on now. CM Punk letting that gray hair show proud. Gang, him walking down to WrestleMania with a championship around his waist, that ain't the United States or the Intercontinental. I can't see it personally. Maybe the World
Yeah.
Heavyweight though. Maybe
And
World
you
Heavyweight.
know I love Punk too. You know that, but I 100% agree because I mean, at this point, if you gonna put the man in his first main event at WrestleMania
Hmm.
Hmm.
and book him to lose, I mean. there's no way he's gonna get another shot with the title, with the world
Like,
title, in my opinion.
don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. CM Punk could possibly do it, but at the
Could.
same
Hmm.
time, we got to think about who's the upcoming star that he got to lose the belt to. How long does he keep this belt? Do we see him winning that bitch at Mania? Do we see him fucking around and cashing in like he did the last couple of times when he had the motherfucking world championship when he cashed in? Shit. Which is fucked up because he cashed in once on your dude and then he cashed in once on my dude. That's fucked up. That's fucked up
But
when you
it's
really
cool.
think.
It's cool because I'm cool with Edge and Punk, so I'm cool with that cash in.
I'm not. But you know what? That's a
Yeah.
whole different. That's a whole different episode. That's a whole different episode. I'm gonna make a side quest video talking about them two niggas. But
Dude.
if we gonna sit here and think about it, CM Punk is one of them cases where you could give him the title, but that's not really gonna do much. Like it's like
No.
CM Punk career is already cemented
That's what I'm
in
saying. It's not gonna
WWE.
elevate him any more than he's already elevated.
Yeah. But look, Cena won the belt, and look how many belts he already won though. So you can't really say that about Punk because Punk only won the title, the main title, like twice.
See,
And Cena
Fair.
won it way more times.
I get what you. I get where you're going with this. Not I can understand
Yeah.
that,
And Cena is
but
older than Punk.
it's true.
True.
Yeah.
John Cena got the ball spot, but John Cena ain't growing this out. So we don't see the gray
But
on John Cena. We just see that
yeah.
that nigga pale than a motherfucker.
But at
Yeah.
the same
We don't see
time,
the pale on CM Punk.
this
We
title
see
run,
all the
not gonna lie,
motherfucking
it's not
tattoos.
really elevating John Cena that much either.
Yeah.
It's Cena, but this title run ain't really meant to elevate John Cena or bring him
Fair.
down. Cause
That is true because yeah, because
like you
you and I
said,
were talking earlier, Jesse, too. Before you came in, Visionary, we were talking about how like what they're gonna do because we were talking about if Cena's gonna get the Intercontinental title, and I had
Hmm.
mentioned that, like with this heel run, since he's trying to ruin wrestling, he could just end up being a belt collector before the end of his career. I
I
could see it
I
mean,
like
happening
that.
with this
Yeah.
character.
I'm I like that, but you know what? We you know what? This is what we gonna do. I'ma name off five. No, I'm gonna name off 10 wrestlers, and
Hmm.
Okay.
y'all gonna tell me if they got a Hall of Fame spot in wrestling.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Dominic Mysterio.
Ooh. Okay.
Mm.
At the
He still got
moment,
time though. Yeah.
yeah, he still got time. So at the moment, no, but eventually.
Hmm.
Also, shout out to our boy LC from 773.
What's
Yo,
up,
Yo,
gang?
what's going on, my boy?
what's up?
So we sitting there talking. I don't know if you heard. We was talking about how we gon' Oh
That's tough.
shit!
Hey,
Oh y'all see what's
hey,
going
nah,
on over
bro.
there.
I need to get that black and red, dog. That's what I want. Is the black and red.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Black and red is definitely coming
Oh,
for
Dude,
my
that's my
respect.
favorite colorway,
for my
anyways,
wolf
bro. I'm
pack.
fucking with
Yeah,
it.
I definitely was sitting there for like 20, 30 minutes just making a logo, and I'm like, why steer away from something that works that we know we all love and enjoy?
Hmm.
Is that on the shop?
No, but it will be this upcoming. Well, really before the end of the month because we just paid for the Spotify. No, not Spotify. Shopify.
Hmm.
I've been in and out since like 4 this morning. So so yeah, it's going to be up on the Shopify, but we also are going to have some special ones made that we want to send out everywhere too.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Okay.
y'all be on the lookout for that and everything, cause we definitely still got some more interesting stuff for y'all, and y'all just gotta tune in and figure all this stuff out.
Oh, dude.
But
Hey, I'll definitely help, bro. Fucking promoting shit for real.
Oh
for
yeah,
sure, for
Without
yeah.
sure,
doubt.
that's
That's
love.
Yeah, stuff is definitely going everywhere. We trying to make sure that any colorway, for sure, the black and red. I know I got some people that love the ANWO aspect of it, but it's more of a movement. It's not just oh, everything is NWO. No, this is something bigger than that.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, nah. But so I said, basically, we gonna be. I'm gonna rank off 10 wrestlers, and we just gonna talk about yes or no if they got a chance of making it to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I think I got right in at Dominic, and
Yep.
yeah, like the guy said, he still got some more to do. It's like, oh yeah,
Hmm.
for sure, he can definitely go everywhere and make a name still off of his own name.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
But yeah, give him after maybe like a world title win, and yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Granted, what we have seen happen with Ray and his career
Hmm.
from I mean, the match with him and John, we talk about that damn near every day.
Hmm.
That was, Ray had really just held the belt for a few seconds of what it felt like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah. I ain't gonna lie to you. That John Cena still got some heel points against me, boy.
Oh yeah.
And they
I ain't
came
gonna
up to
lie
him
to
like,
you,
I want that belt. I want that
boy.
back. Let me get that.
I ain't gonna lie to you. It's the fact that he let these niggas bring out the champagne. He knew that they was gonna be popping bottles and everything. He was like, Ray,
Hey,
I
you
know
know
you
what?
thought you was finna get fucked up tonight, but you gonna get fucked up by me because I'm coming for this
Yeah.
belt now.
Hey, that
I
is
want that belt
insane,
back.
bro. I didn't think he was gonna actually pull that off that night. I thought they was gonna let Ray be the underdog, and
Right,
long and
Nah.
behold, it's what's best
Johnson,
for business.
boy, best for business,
Was
my
it?
ass, boy. Ray Mysterio
Was it
won that.
though?
That motherfucking arena ain't never popped that motherfucking loud for Ray Mysterio ever. Even
Ever
when Ray
Cause,
since it's
Mysterio
been like
won,
cause,
that on running situation of that.
cause that was what that would have been
Like
around
2011.
his second run, wasn't it? Cause he
Oh
won the
yeah.
world
Yeah.
heavyweight against fucking who the fuck he beat for that?
Jack
Kurt.
Swagger.
It was that triple threat match, right?
I thought it was that
Well,
fatal four way event.
his first time,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, his
Was
first time it was Kurt and Randy at Mania.
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
But this second run, when he beat basically Jack Swagger and them niggas, and then next thing you know, Kane cashed in that Money in the Bank. Like
He was
that
Also,
was
was
injured
a
a
too.
different
different
run.
different time.
Yeah.
Like Kane
It's
was
like
considered more
imagine that
champion.
roster today.
Oh,
Yeah.
John
That
Morrison would be
roster.
John
That
Morrison
roster
would
was
be way
loaded.
more of a star. I ain't gonna lie to
Oh
you. If
yeah,
Yeah.
we had the
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
same rosters today, if John Morrison was in his prime like he is right now in
Hmm.
WWE, you ain't telling me John Morrison and Seth Rollins ain't
But
match of the night.
but my thing is, would it if we had that same roster today? Would it be booked as how it was back then, or would it be booked how it is today? Because if it was booked as is today,
That's a great question.
it'd be fucking ass, 100%.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Cena.
They'd
Cena
pick
winning
they'd pick
everything.
like two or three motherfuckers that fit the mold, and
But but
everybody
but but
else
but
gets jobbed out.
let me just ask: is it under the Triple H era or is it under the Vince McMahon era?
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, is it Netflix or is it still just
Yeah.
USA?
I think okay. I mean, that's a hard because I mean, when you think about it, you got a few different Vince eras though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Nah, nah,
Like
nah,
maybe
nah, nah.
Vince.
like
I
2018 ish, bro. Like 20, you know.
Nah, I mean during that time, whichever era of wrestling, if you gonna do ruthless aggression, attitude,
PG.
like all of this shit, you
Was
take that
PG really
era.
PG?
I'm yes, because I ain't gonna
It
lie
was
to you.
PG
Yeah.
13 then
If
PG though, for
if
real,
it
for real.
because if it wasn't PG, the Bella twins would have did way more shit than what the fuck they was doing.
Yes,
Yeah,
The Bella
Yeah.
honestly,
the Bella twins would have been on Playboy every day, every weekend for the rest of their lives.
Vince hype dream right there. Like,
bro.
you know
Could you
what?
imagine?
Twins.
Could you imagine the fucking Bella twins in the Attitude Era, bro?
Boy, the Bella twins would have went
Now
into the
that
porn
for sure would have
industry.
been different.
A
Yeah.
100%, bro.
Boy, they'd be doing porn
They
right
would
now.
have
We'd
been
be talking about the Bella
There you
twins.
buy it,
Sable
but
and
like, yo,
China's backup. They would have been part of the Godfather's whole group.
Yeah,
hmm
yeah,
They definitely would have been some hoes. I ain't gonna
bro.
lie to you.
yeah.
Speaking of China, are you guys think we're ever gonna see her like in the Hall of Fame by herself?
It needs to happen like before 20 fucking 30
It,
because
it
at
needed
this
to
point,
fucking
what are we
happen before
doing?
DX. To be honest
Yeah.
with you,
It was very much so. I definitely agree with you, but at this point, it's like if you don't do it now,
they're never gonna do it.
everything, yeah, everything else pretty much is just gonna be like a own running situation of all right, you can basically put everybody else in single handedly, separately, besides probably New Age Outlaws.
Yeah.
Let's
Like,
be
Yeah.
real.
yeah,
Like,
if I'm not mistaken, doesn't X Pac isn't he like a 2-time Hall of Fame?
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
he got it for the NWO and for the goddamn
Yep.
yeah,
DX. Yeah.
he got it
Yep.
for
Yep.
DX and them. But here's the thing. This is how fucked up it really is. If you think about it, Jeff Jarrett made it to the Hall of Fame before China did. And
Oh
Jeff
fuck, he
Jarrett
did,
You
didn't he?
right.
basically made TNA wrestling what the fuck it was. As well as even having a history with WWE where he basically said, if y'all don't pay me this, I'm not dropping shit. He
Hmm.
burnt bridges with you motherfuckers. Y'all decided to bring him back in and let this motherfucker get a retirement. Y'all let
That's
him make
Bro,
crazy.
the Hall of Fame ring before China by herself.
bro, and then think when
Before
you think about it
Lex
too, bro,
Luger.
motherfuckers in the fucking Hall of Fame before the Hardy Boys even, bro.
Damn.
Gang.
I guarantee. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Usos definitely deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. But
Hmm.
I'm gonna say this, bro. If they get into the Hall of Fame before the Hardy Boys, bro, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah. True
Yeah,
that.
that's real. That's real. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I think Jeff and Matt Hardy in like 2 more years they'll be in the Hall of Fame, so we ain't even got to really have this conversation too much
True, 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 true.
because it makes no sense with Jeff and Matt Hardy not being in the Hall of Fame
Yeah.
as a team. Team
Hmm.
Extreme, even if we don't, I ain't gonna lie to you, even if we don't really fuck with Lita like that, being with the Hardy Boys again, she deserved that head nod too of, she
Yeah.
was a part of Team Extreme during that time.
Mm-hmm.
I get, she cheated on Matt Hardy, we called her a whore for a long ass time and everything. Like, well, most of y'all niggas did. I didn't know what a whore was at that time. I just knew y'all was calling her a whore on
Hey,
television.
I
I
was
was like,
calling
all
her,
right.
but I didn't know what the fucking man. I was just calling her that shit, bro.
But
But I
it's like,
can't lie, bro, because I love me some Edge, bro. I can't lie. The whole thing, Lita with Edge, bro. That it was like a good like manager role for her with Edge for real. It made Edge like because he's a radar superstar, so I feel like it made that character what it was. You know what I'm saying?
you know.
Yeah.
Facts. I mean, it definitely made niggas hate him more. I ain't gonna lie to you. I hated that nigga, boy. Boy, let Edge be on TV and that bitch walk out with, I was, boy, boy, I
Nigga had
was riding
emotion,
for Jeff.
bro.
Boy, I wanted that smoke with that nigga for life over that shit. Boy, he fucked over my homie Matt Hardy, and Matt Hardy had to leave. I was like, boy, I would
Oh
have
God,
that.
bro.
Boy, the same thing that happened to Seth Rollins when that fan ran through and tried to tackle him, boy, that would have been me during the ruthless aggression era. Boy, I would have pulled some of that chair out. I ain't even gonna lie to you, gang. I was leaving with something for Matt Hardy. I see, but you know what? Getting on to it, Austin Theory. Do y'all think he can make a case of being in the Hall of Fame?
Mm,
I don't know about Austin Theory. I'm
I
sorry.
don't know. I feel like he's mainly used for like a comedic character. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he gonna be like
At
our
this
truth.
point, yeah, I don't. I don't think he's gonna get there.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Mm.
Motor City Machine Guns.
Mm,
Yeah, I give him to him.
yeah,
Yeah.
because they've already had a good run in TNA, and I don't remember where else the fuck they were, but for sure, I feel like they definitely got a Hall of Fame career in them.
Okay. Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah,
Oh, for sure. For sure.
yeah, 100%.
You just want to see how we feel about Shinsuke. I know that he's not really, being shown on TV right now and everything, but what we have gotten to Shinsuke, even if we got to throw in the NXT shit, it still existed. It still was
Fuck
something that happened.
the New Japan shit, bro.
Yeah, Shinsuke in New Japan was tough.
I mean, you ain't got no choice but to add all of that shit into his career because he gonna go in the Hall of Fame in damn near two different places in WWE and in New Japan. Hell,
Facts.
they might build a statue for that nigga out there in
Hmm.
Japan
They
because
got
he
to.
mean that much. So, all right, let's see. Do Bailey got a chance of making it into the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
I say
she got a
so. I
chance.
say so.
Yeah.
You know, I thought that y'all was gonna think about it a little bit more, and I was gonna be like, "That's fucked up to say." That's why I chose her because I was wondering if we feel like she makes the case for being there. But to be fair, she kind of got to. She a Grand Slam in WWE.
Yeah.
Hmm.
She's won. She's won damn near every. She's won the Rumble. She's won the Elimination Chamber. She's won the NXT. She's won the Raw. She's won the SmackDown. She's won this version of the Women's World Championship. All she
Hmm.
missing is the Women's World Heavyweight, and
Yeah.
she has held every single belt in every era of wrestling.
Yeah.
Did she win Money in the Bank too? If I'm not mistaken, I think
hmm
she did.
She won Money
No,
in the Bank.
I don't think you did.
Nah, she won because she cashed it in on Charlotte the same night and beat her. I remember that
Did
shit.
she?
Yep,
Mm.
because Charlotte went against Becky Lynch that night, and Charlotte won the SmackDown title off of her, and then Bailey cashed in immediately after. And this is when Bailey went on. This is like a few. This is like a run. The run before Bailey went on that role model shit.
Oh, so
Hmm.
this is when she was still the hugger era.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, that was during that time and shit like that. So I mean, Bailey even won the women's tag team championships already. So it's like she's won everything. So people can't like as much as I say Bailey is considered like the Cinderella of the story, where it's basically like she get bullied around by the stepsisters or whatever. That's what Bailey is and everything. But you got to put some like other people got to put respect on Bailey's name.
Yeah.
The fact
Hmm.
that she's won. She ain't. It ain't like she just got on the main roster and just immediately started losing. No, she's had some good ass bouts.
Hmm.
Except for that kendo stick match against Alexa Bliss. That shit was stupid. I ain't gonna lie
We
to
don't
you.
talk about that, dog. We don't talk about that, man.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna hit you with a kendo stick, even though I hit you with one a week before the pay per view,
Damn.
and then hit Sasha Banks for one too. No, I think it was Becky because I guess they thought about turning them heel, but then they sent them niggas to couples therapy. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. Vince McMahon kind of, I can understand why Mercedes decided to step away for a little bit. Mm-mm.
Bro,
Some of
that's
these
just.
motherfucking plans. But speaking of Mercedes, do we think Sasha Banks is getting into the WWE Hall of Fame?
Mm.
If
She
she
has
go
some
back to
good ass
WWE, yeah,
matches, but I
If she
think
go
she
back
needs
to
to have
WWE, she got a chance.
yeah.
maybe.
Uh,
Yeah, I think she needs to
okay.
have at least one more run in
I don't
WWE
know if she
before.
gonna get it though. I don't know. I don't know if WWE. I don't know if Triple H is gonna give her the opportunity. No, well, I feel like
But he
Triple
messed
H
with her
might be
though.
the only person. I feel like if
Yeah.
one person was gonna give her the opportunity to come back, it got to be Triple H.
Hmm.
Yep. Yeah, he
Hmm.
rock with her heavy, man.
But
Yeah,
I'll be
nah.
honest, bro. I already know they finna just throw Sasha Banks into like like of the feud with like if she were to come back today, I already know she'd be thrown into the feud with Bianca, fucking Naomi, fucking Jade Cargill. She's
Hmm.
gonna
And I
get
ain't
thrown
gonna
right
lie
into
to
that
you.
shit.
I ain't gonna lie to you. If that could main event a WrestleMania night one and night two, I'm not mad at that. I ain't gonna hold you. As much as we
Fair,
do
fair,
the
fair.
Jade Kane wrestle shit, four women that are the same skin tone as us, main eventing a WrestleMania. Four black women. I get Sasha Banks and them already, like you trying to capture, lightning in a bottle twice. I get that,
Hmm.
but we've never had a all black woman fatal four way match in wrestling history. Even if we did four black men in a WrestleMania main event, that should be fire as fuck too. We need at least one of those.
I feel like we did. I thought we did have. Maybe not.
Hmm We've never
No,
had
no, you're right.
all.
Yeah, we have not.
Nah.
Fuck.
N-
That's
Nope.
insane. That's
The
insane.
closest thing we got to that is Big E versus Apollo Crews at WrestleMania when they only let 1,000 people in the
Wait,
arena.
we had Sasha and
Yeah, we
Bianca.
had Sasha and Bianca at WrestleMania night one.
Yeah.
We had that, and again, that's why I said I give it feels like we trying to strike lightning in a bottle twice if we do it again, but
Hmm.
it makes the most sense to do it that way just because I mean, if you think about it, nobody makes moments a little bit more special than knowing that each person got history with each person. Boss and Glow
That's
connect,
facts, yeah.
Boss and Glow connection. They got history. They left together. They came back at different times and shit like that. Naomi now the bad guy. Sasha Banks can come back in as the good girl, blueprint or the boss, whatever the fuck you want to put her as. Jade
Not a
Cargill and
face. She need to
Bianca.
come back heel.
Yeah.
Shit, even if she come back here, hell, she can't fuck with Naomi. Bitch, you left me, and then you after we left this motherfucker together, you came back 2 years later. That's crazy. I've been out of here for at least about 5 years already. Like you went on to that, they can try to push that storyline, even though we know that they still good in person.
Oh
Hmm.
yeah, I
Uh,
mean, of course. But as long as they can keep them, like televised, that's what I'm most
Yeah.
concerned about. Because
exactly.
they dilute a rivalry like that that's actually supposed to have time to build, rather than giving it its own space, letting them interact on social media and everything. Something that can actually build it that's different. If
No,
they
I
I
like
agree.
agree.
rerun it, yeah.
I'll be honest, bro. If you want to look back, it was what year? Maybe 2015, maybe 2016. The Stardust versus fucking Chris Amell, bro.
Oh yeah,
Oh
yeah.
Because
yeah.
they were supposed to continue building that up, but then they fucking cut that shit.
I mean,
They had
but
that one and done.
then again, the nigga is playing a superhero on TV, not a nigga a part-time wrestler. So
I
now this
mean,
nigga a superhero actor wrestler that I'm supposed to believe gonna go away to film a movie or a wrestling, I mean, or a goddamn superhero part of the show, and then come back and give a performance like he did. Again, it's not
Fair.
too many people that can do that. Now
Yep.
again,
Hmm.
nowadays we giving guys more opportunities. Like we got a Logan Paul, we got a Bad Bunny every once in a while, and randomly we got a Travis Scott.
Bro, we don't talk about Travis Scott, bro. Fuck that shit.
Randomly got
after
Travis
the
Scott in the
after the
mix.
busted eardrum situation, he still ain't defended that hardcore title against somebody that's really hardcore. I don't want to hear shit.
I ain't gonna
Man,
lie,
R.P. Sabu. I feel like there's disrespect on him for Travis Scott to be holding that fucking belt.
let's be
Hmm.
real, nigga.
Yeah.
Sabu going in a goddamn Extreme Rules match
Hey,
against Travis Scott.
look.
Nigga, do
Now I
you
don't know if
know
y'all
how
heard.
much sense that's gonna make? None. None.
Hey,
They gonna be like,
speaking
these
of
niggas have no history.
Speaking of Sabu though, I don't know if y'all heard, but supposedly he passed away at like today or yesterday or some
Yeah,
shit.
he passed
For
away
real?
today. Yeah,
Yeah.
like a
What?
little like couple hours ago. Yep.
Why y'all
Yeah.
wonder why you just said RIP? I'm like, what
That's
you
why
mean
I say
RIP?
R.P. Sabu. Yeah. Hey, put him up there, man.
What?
For
Hold
real.
up.
Yo,
Did this
what?
nigga just have a? Didn't he just have a
Yes,
Yeah.
wrestling match not too long
yes.
Yeah.
ago?
You had a death
Yo,
match.
Damn.
what?
Well, boy, that stipulation wasn't false. Damn. Yo,
You
nigga
know
That's
is
what it's gonna do
correct.
to your
Yo.
body already. It's like
mm-hmm.
so much when it comes to certain wrestlers, I try to mentally prepare for certain things that I know they're gonna do in life. Like
Hmm.
anybody could have told me Abyss would have died in the ring when he first started. I'm quite fucking sure I would have believed it because it's like look at how he wrestles. Nick
Hmm.
Gage, he's borderline fucking crazy. Well, way fucking past that borderline.
The
Hey,
Hmm.
shit,
Briscoes.
bro. Like,
Briscoes, literally Briscoes.
yeah.
Shit, Dax and Cass can still go that route. It's a lot of people that's really under that deathmatch banner that don't get spoke about. But when the matches do start to, come up more of a scene, it's actually okay. This is what it's like compared to a Western death match is going to be completely different than a Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
So
Damn.
it's really depending on where you watching that style of wrestling at. Like, yeah, you gonna see a mix in it between GCW because that's where everybody like mash in together, so it kind of works. But
Mm-hmm.
outside of that, I mean, if you're not built for it, don't do it. Pull a Matt Cardona and hey, couple matches, call it it.
Yup,
Yeah.
yup.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm sitting over here still fucked up. Sabu dead, and I just found out about this shit. I ain't
Yeah,
gonna lie
that's
to
Yeah,
you.
man.
crazy.
I
Yeah, that
That
was
found it
shit.
all
out
over
right
my like
before I got
Facebook and
on,
Insta
bro.
this morning, bro.
Yeah, that
God
kind of hurt, man. Sabu
damn.
was that nigga.
Damn,
Yeah,
bro.
Boy,
man, it's
man,
some
shout out
shit,
to
man.
Sabu, man. R.I.P. to you, boy.
R.I.P.
Boy,
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Sabu.
you,
Yo, that's
boy,
crazy.
boy. He said, "Let's have a death match, boy." The motherfucking Reaper said, "Hold my beer real quick,
Dude.
boy."
Hey, he cheated him one too many times at this point.
Hey, no, swear to God, dude. Sabu was one of the craziest motherfuckers I've seen, bro. Like you
Yeah.
Mhm.
talk about Rob Van Dam, bro. You talk about Jeff Hardy, bro. You talk about Tommy Dreamer, dude. Side Boo, bro.
Sabu,
Side fucking Boo, bro. God
he
damn.
literally made chair spots an actual thing. He don't even need to hit you with the chair. He can just use it to help with leverage. That's all he
Mm-hmm.
needed.
No, yeah, that's what I'm
That
saying, bro.
nigga will sit on you with a chair, bro.
Fair, fair.
Shit, bro. Fuck
Uh,
it. I'll give y'all this, bro. Who you got in a death match, bro? Sabu or Cactus Jack, dog?
Oh, we know who taking that easy.
Cactus.
Yeah.
Cactus gonna gas out by like that fifth go ahead after
Yeah, I ain't
he
gonna lie to
already
you.
put each other through
Shit.
barbed wire
Yeah.
nails in a few tables.
Like Sabu
Mm-hmm.
gonna
But
fuck
I'm
you
saying,
up,
bro,
but
them
he's still
motherfuckers,
trying to
both them
win.
motherfuckers are crazy as fuck, dude, doing crazy spots. But
Nah,
at the end of
Sabu,
that shit, Sabu's taking that shit.
Sabu,
Yeah,
he might
Sabu.
do some shit,
Sabu,
but
that nigga.
he gonna do some shit and try to get the victory. Cactus Jack gonna try to cut your arm off and then try to beat you with it for 17 more minutes.
And probably make you jump 20 feet with him. He
Like
ain't doing that
Cactus
by
Jack,
himself no more.
Cactus
Yeah.
Jack is looking to either die by suicide or he gonna die by something. But you gonna have to fuck up Cactus Jack for a good time.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Bro, matter of
Sabu,
fact, bro, speaking of Sabu and Cactus Jack and how we were saying earlier how it's disrespectful to Sabu from even for Travis Scott to hold that title. Shit, it's disrespectful to fucking Mick Foley to call yourself Cactus Jack and have like the whole brand, bro.
I was very thrown off by that. I thought it was a collab
Yeah.
at first, and I'm like, oh okay, I always rock some Mick Foley shit. It's
Right,
Mick
right.
Foley,
but let's
and
Yeah.
be real.
I
Let's be
still
real. It's
realized it was just Travis. I'm like, okay, I understand culture wise, but
let's
bro, come
be
on,
real.
how you not? And it's
Like
like Mick Foley cool about it. Fuck that.
he
Fuck
showed.
Yeah.
that.
No, that's what I'm
Don't get me
saying.
wrong. He showed love to Mick Foley though. Let's make that clear.
Yeah,
But then
but
to also throw this in, gang. Cactus Jack is only known for real before Travis Scott did this shit. Cactus Jack was really only known in the wrestling world. If you tell somebody, hey bro, you see this Cactus Jack shirt, they're gonna be like, who the fuck is Cactus Jack? They not gonna be
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, okay, yeah, I fuck with that, like blah blah blah. Then Travis Scott came out with the Cactus Jack shit again, and basically made it a culture thing. But then again,
Yeah.
people ain't gonna get it fucked up. Now that wrestling culture and culture in general is now with each other, motherfuckers had to go back and hear Travis Scott
yeah,
say shout out to Mick Foley because he's the original Cactus Jack. He gotta give
Yep.
yeah,
respect to
that's
where
all you
respect is
can
due.
do, especially if you're in his world.
Mm-hmm.
Like Cactus Jack
That's the
inside of our
main thing.
wrestling culture, if it never was used again, we wouldn't see motherfuckers doing that. Because at the same time, ain't nobody just buying Travis Scott merch. No. They buying that
Mm-mm.
Cactus Jack logo.
Mm-hmm.
They
Yep.
buying that shit. Like they Nah, I was saying Cactus Jack getting the respect that he get, I fuck with it, but at the same time, it's not it wouldn't get as much love as it did if Travis Scott didn't bring the moniker back. Because mainly the only
Yeah.
three people that people really talk about, if out of the Mick Foley's, little
little brothers or whatever the fuck you want to call them, Mrs. Foley's baby boys or whatever, all of that shit. You only talking about OG Mick Foley. You only really talking about Mankind, and you might be able to switch out Cactus Jack and do Love, because when people think Cactus Jack, they only think about goddamn WWE. And you
Yep,
ain't see
yep.
Cactus Jack in WWE, nam, for real, for real. You didn't see the real Cactus Jack in WWE. You seen the real Cactus Jack in Texas Death Matches that were on DVD or online now, or when somebody bring it up now in this motherfucking day and age, who's older and
Yeah,
has
dude
experienced
who's
that shit.
out here forcefully losing teeth on purpose in the middle of the ring.
Exactly. Like, I guarantee if you ask the average motherfucking fan around our motherfucking age, what's the best Cactus Jack match? They gonna immediately, I guarantee one of them gonna say Triple H versus goddamn Cactus Jack in that Hell in a Cell match. I
Shit, bro.
guarantee that's gonna be brought up the quickest out of all the
Hey,
motherfucking ones.
shit, bro. Speaking of Mick Foley, dog, this is my autograph, dude. Love, bro. Shit.
Hey, that's
Oh
tough
That's
yeah.
right
tough.
there.
Oh
That's
yeah.
tough. That's tough.
They got that
Shit.
motherfucker as a Christmas present a couple years ago, dude. I was like, oh shit.
Nah, that's fire. That's fire. Visionary, you got any Cactus Jack figures?
I'm
Oh
on a hunt
shit.
for some though.
Hold on.
I'm
Matter
on
of
a hunt for
fact,
some.
Hmm.
that's the wrong one. Hold on. Let me look for him. There it is, right here. Fucking right from my fucking shelf, dog. Fucking Commissioner Foley, dude.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's
That
The
tough.
old
motherfucker got
shit,
the
bro.
microphone too.
That's from one of the newer figures, but I put that shit
Yeah, I'm telling you.
in his hand.
Nah,
Shoot,
that's
hey,
tough hell. They
I'll
making
show y'all this shit
Commissioner
right now.
Foley
Hold on.
ones. Them niggas
Look
had
at this shit.
ideas out over there.
So this is
They
my.
was like,
I still got more to do, but
Oh yeah.
shit, I'm trying to
oh,
set that shit up.
wait a motherfucking minute. Hold, I know what the fuck we finna do next. I know how we finna end the motherfucking show. Visionary,
Hmm?
it's time for you to pull them motherfuckers out. No diddler,
Hey,
Pulling
because
them out, no
we finna
diddler is
do.
insane, bro.
it's
Hey,
insane, bro.
hey, gang. That's why I had to say what I said. We definitely gonna have a four rows full pause moment, like a compilation, because niggas gonna be like, oh hell, they're gonna be like, these niggas have said some insane shit in the last
What?
2 years.
Like
They gonna
fucking the
say,
Santi Zap fucking out of context shit, bro.
boy,
Yeah.
they gonna have a field day with our shit.
Everything
I
out of
already know it.
context.
Boy,
But nah,
everything.
bro, shit. If
But
y'all low key,
hold on.
my bad, but
Now
if
what you
y'all
say?
low key ever want to have like a little moment for figures, bro, I'm always on the up and up for new shit. Same with
Bro,
2K, bro. I'm always on the up and up.
Yeah, I
Facts.
If
have
Now
some
y'all
new
ever
now
want
we
to,
logos
finna do a
being.
figure show off. Oh yeah, nah, it's a figure show off now,
I got.
because
Hold
now,
on, I got you.
oh I know.
bro, look at this, bro. Shit, look at that Stone Cold right
Mm-hmm.
there, brother. Dude,
Yep. Let's
I
go.
got hella figures, bro.
Yeah,
Oh
Stone
yeah, let's
Cold.
go ahead
Watch
and
out.
talk.
Shit, bro.
Hold
Jesse,
on.
I used
Hold
to
on.
I used to go up to Jesse at work, bro, and every time I'd buy a new figure when I used to work with this man, bro, he was the first person I talked to.
Boy, I ain't gonna lie to you. The first time I introduced Xander was like to a member of Four Ropes Full. It was
Hmm.
visionary because he was talking about figures and shit like that. I
Yeah.
was like, I know a nigga that got a bunch of figures too, gang. Like,
I
let me
know
call my
somebody
nigga
who
visionary up.
who you would like to meet personally. Yeah,
Bro, I
that,
got you.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I was like,
I'm
yeah,
trying to
you
find some
got to be
rare
my
shit.
man's. Cause see,